Austria. I'm Daniel Medeiros, and today we're going to interview a youth that participated in one of our activities inspired by the handbook with curriculum from stressed out to stressless. I hope you enjoy. See you next. Hi everyone, we start our interview with Iva. Welcome, Iva.
Hi Daniel.
I would like to that you introduce yourself a bit and talk a bit of your background, where you come from, just for us to have start this conversation in a easy, nice way. Okay, and then you dive into the interview.
Perfect. So, hello everyone once again. My name is Iva. I'm a university student in Zagreb, Croatia. I'm currently in the graduate program for media research and public relations. And I've been participating in Erasmus Plus project organized by Youth Power Austria for quite some time. So Daniel and I know each other for quite a bit.
Yes, true. Iva, thank you so much for accepting our invitation just to have this talk. And I would like to tell you that the actions and the activities that Iva participated was also influenced and inspired by the handbook with curriculum from stressed out to stressless. We talk a bit about well-being, about stress regulation in a fun way because we use art methodology to use that, but we were inspired by the sessions of the handbook and curriculum. So Eva, I'd like just that you talk a bit about your experience during that activity, because we went out, we didn't stay in a room, we also experiment a bit of kind of a meditation, also to connect with the nature again, also be a bit of apart from the digital instruments that you have, like phone. And I would like just to talk, how was that experience for you? As youngsters, let's say like this, to experiment the other side of also try different things and also to connect with yourself. Can you talk a bit how was your experience in general?
Of course. So for me, it was quite different from any other Erasmus experience that I had, because we were always in the classroom. It was more like teacher-student type of situation, and we always had to use either our laptops, our phones, or similar. So this was quite a change, but I would say in a very positive way, because we had a lot of workshops, as you said, Daniel, in the nature. We did a lot of connecting with each other, with our surroundings. We did a lot of meditation, especially the ones with the music, where we had to just disconnect to connect again with ourselves, which was an amazing experience. And I would say at first it was very unusual and not something that I was used to, especially because of my major. I'm very used to being around technology all the time. Mm-hmm. So this helped me quite a bit to learn how to disconnect, not only during the projects, but also in everyday life.
Very great. And also this is the aim of our activities, is always to bring a new perspective also for youngsters, because you come from a generation that's very technological, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes we miss some things that are around us, there, close to us. And that was also inspired by the handbook. We took some exercise that was really meditate related. And also to be to the nature, we went to a park, just to give you a bit of the background of the activity. Went to a park, and then with a lot of birds and singing and cars and everything are surrounding us. How was for you to start the exercise, disconnecting from other things? And because it's not a difficult task, it's a very difficult task, to disconnect with one thing to another thing, and then to find a core of quietness. How was for you to experiment this inner peace, this inner contact with yourself?
Yeah, first I would like to say that I agree. A lot of youngsters today, me included, we live very hectically, a very rushed life, and we don't really stop to think about how to chill out and have a bit of peace. But the one thing that I loved about our exercises in the park is that the parks were still around some noise. There was still some background noise, so we had to learn on the spot how to eliminate all of that. And I think what helped me personally is that there was a lot of young people that were like-minded. And when you see others releasing and learning how to meditate, and you just feel the calmness of all of those people around you, the vibes transfer like to you as well. So that was really amazing. And I mean, now I take a lot of more walks in the nature, or I do more of the roller skating. Since I was a figure skater, it's kind of related. And I just put music, I disconnect from everything around me, and it's amazing.
That's great. That's great. What stays on us now after those activities or experiences. And you also spoke about one thing that's very important is the sense of belonging. When you feel like the other youngsters was also at the same vibe, you know, at the same frequency as you feel belonged, and then you also open up for you to try things and do not be shy, because the new is always a bit awkward sometimes, no?
Yeah, sure,
And then
sure.
I would like to ask you, in your perspective as a young person, how stress is related to young people now? How you perceive the level of stress?
I think all of us have a lot of stress factors around you. Like first starting with our education, either high school, university, and then a lot of us work while we also study. So we also have some work-related stressors, and then family, our friends, our personal issues. It's all around us, and sometimes we get lost in all of that and don't have the time to think about ourselves. We just build up our problems
It's
from
perfect.
some time to time.
And it's a lot of pressure now for
Yeah.
everything to be very successful, to the grades and university and masters and everything. Like it's a lot of stress for a young person
Yeah,
nowadays,
true.
no? And then one thing I think more or less you answered me already was, how is your coping mechanism? What do you do to relax, to release? And then you told me that you're a figure skater, a former figure
Yes,
skater,
yes. I
and
mean,
use this method.
figure skating was a big part of my life for 15 years.
Wow.
And while it was also sometimes stressful, especially preparing for the competitions, especially now during the winter time, it's one of my coping mechanisms because it's something that I'm very passionate about. And like close to my house, there is one rink that not a lot of people go to. So when I go there during winter, I just have ice for myself and I can just let everything out through the music, movement. So that's one way. Also, I really, really love just listening to the music and taking a walk, even if it's just around my block.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. And one thing that I really appreciate are my friends. Debriefing with, especially my girlfriends
Mhm.
from high school, which I know for a long time. We know a lot about each other, so even if we just sit there, we can feel what's going on with each other. So it's really good to have someone who really understands you.
Very important to have someone that you can relate it to, and also you can share, because that's the point. No, it's like
Yeah,
when we are so full of emotions and pressure, it's how to release, and also the sharing is very important on that.
I
Eva,
agree.
I would like to thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
for
you for inviting me.
your feedback, and like also always a good communication with you. And it was a pleasure for us from Youth Power Austria to have you in one of your activities. And I hope to see you soon.
I hope so too. It was my pleasure to be present during your projects.
Thank you, Eva, for sharing with us your experience in one of our activities. And thank you for watching us one more time. As always, see you next.